Yeah, cheers. It's been a great series for me. It's a great series for the team.
That's crashed off the back foot. That's sped to the boundary in a flash. First boundary of the match, and Herschel Gibbs on his way.
Now, if you watch this ball again, it's fractionally only wider than the ones he's already delivered. Well, you can't see from that angle, and he's just hit it on the up. He's not gone forward or back. He's just in that sort of form. He just stood there and whacked it at the top of its bounce, because it has such a wonderful bounce.
That's picked away, just wide of square leg. That'll race away to the boundary. It's 15 for no loss. That's a good shot. Well executed.
Width, just a tiny touch of width, and he's on it in a flash to back cut it. That's all it is. Not such a rank bad ball, but it's just a little touch. And I think anything offline on this sort of surface is going to get punished, so it's going to be so hard for the bowlers. They've got to be mentally tough, really mentally tough.
Srinath continuing. That's picked away nicely. Just goes to show you that there's so little margin for error. It wasn't all that bad a delivery, but that's the kind of form Herschel Gibbs is in at the moment.
Well, he is. It's just a little bit of a flick, this, isn't it? It's just a little bit shorter than short of a length, and he just flicks it wristy off the front foot. And that's what I say. He's so great touch. He can try and will try all kinds of things against the bowlers.
That smash back. Over pitched. And that's hammered down the ground.
Well, I can't say anything, but this is a poor delivery. This is wide and full. This is right up there, look, attempted off spinner, it's right up there in the slot. And he just drags it from outside with whatever turn or angle or spin the bowler's going to get. He just gets them right hand in and drags it straight.
That's again another boundary, consecutive boundaries here. And on that occasion, once again, width offered.
You see, and straight away the captain's gone from mid-on to put his arm round the shoulders of the bowler. And as it gets cracked over, a bit of width you see, and he's going to throw the wood at the ball. Oh, he's going to bowl there, all right. Straight out of the park. Straight out of the park. Short of the length, thank you very much. But whatever conversation they had, he's going to have another one now. Doesn't make any difference.
That's a magnificent shot. I don't see too many players in world cricket playing that shot effectively as Herschel Gibbs has done here. Not all that short, but it just goes to show what an eye he has. Great hands as well. That's the first 6 of the game. Srinath continuing. That's picked away on the onside. Work for Agarkar in the deep. Once again, the running between the wickets, very aggressive. The 50 coming up in such quick time.
That'll be 4. In fact, almost 6.
Seen that shot today from Herschel Gibbs on a number of occasions. Just rolls the wrists over the ball. Hits it beautifully. That one was going down the leg side, but he's also hit a couple from outside off stump. It's a very good batting wicket, and he is in magnificent form.
47 not out from 40 balls. And got him. So often it's said that Herschel Gibbs gets himself out, and here he does once again. He's got runs with that shot. He hit Agarkar for a 6 a short while back, but really he's picked the field. It's a slog. That's really the best way to describe it.
You're quite right. He hit across the line. a number of times. It almost looks as if he could get out at any minute when he starts to play like that. He played some superb shots, but he just couldn't rein himself in. It was a good piece of bowling, slow delivery, but he hit across the line, didn't middle it, straight to mid-wicket, comfortable catch, and a very relieved bowler.
Yes, so Herschel Gibbs has gone for 47. It's 63 for 1. Dropped by the safest pair of hands in the Indian team. They look for a... They won't get the additional one. It's 72 for 1. That's a lovely shot. That is a beautiful shot by Buddha Dipana. Absolutely straight. That's the way you want to play it. Boundary to round off the over. And a no ball as well. So he's not going to like it. Neither Agarkar nor the captain 5 from that ball.
Superb straight drive, balance very good, kept his head still, shoulder in, shot, elbow nice and high, and that's Buddha Dipana at his best.
That is a fantastic shot. Down the wicket, and he just paused before he played the shot to pick the gap. It was a big one on the offside, and that is a good welcome from Nicky Boyer to Harbhajan Singh.
Nicky Boyer, an excellent striker of the ball, comes down the wicket, gives himself a bit of room, keeps his head nice and still, timing absolutely perfect through extra cover.
Buddha Dipana's trouble here. There's going to be a run out, and Nicky Boyer is 3/4 of the way down the pitch, and now he's on his way back to the dressing room. Good strike for India.
Well, Buddha Dipana on this occasion has really thrown him to the wolves. He's called him to a point of no return, and when Nicky Boyer had nowhere to go, he said, no, I'm not coming there. Yes, no. It's a bit of a comedy of errors. Sold him a real dummy. This is a great fight back from the Indians. Good presence of mind from Sourav Ganguly. Through at the right end. That's a piece of cake for Harbhajan Singh. Nicky Boyer departs.
It's 93 for 2. Here's Harbhajan Singh on the pavilion end, pushed around the corner for 1 by Buddha Dipana. He moves on to 27, and that's the 100 up for South Africa in the 17th over.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings up 100 for South Africa.
Oh, that's beautifully played by Jacques Kallis. 1 bounce into the boundary boards.
Certainly living dangerously on that occasion, but manages it very well. Sharp through the air, down on his knees, very low, totally in control of the situation. Rolls the wrist over the ball. No one patrolling the fence at mid-wicket. He's capitalized.
Gone for the shot again, this time all the way along the deck, and it's another 4. At the moment, Kallis has got the measure of Kumble.
He wants him to play that shot, Anil Kumble, and then he's really riding his luck on that occasion. If he misses that, to be very close, he will be given LBW. That's why there's no fielder positioned at mid-wicket. He wants him to play that shot. Now taking evasive action. There's a mid-wicket being put in position for Jacques Kallis. So aggression paying off for him.
It's gone this time. A little bit short from Kumble, and the late cut by Dipana. Another boundary for him, and he moves on to 37.
Short and wide on that occasion from Anil Kumble. Great stroke from the batsman. Waited, just a deft touch, just guided it, used the pace of the bowler. Scurries away to the boundary. Cut away again by Dipana. He's got it fine. That's intended to go fine. It wasn't out the middle. So effective cut shot.
It's a very similar shot of Anil Kumble in the previous over. This one again, he waits till the very end.
Pulled away. Here's a man at deep mid wicket. He'll have to hurry. But the ball wins.
He anticipated it well, all right, Sachin Tendulkar. He's at deep mid-wicket. He started sprinting as soon as the ball was hit, seeing that it was going to be a pull shot.
But this is a very, very quick outfield.
And because he's not quick off the pitch, he's made the batsman do all the work. Half century for Butta Dipana. It's a very, very fine innings.
That's gone all the way to the boundary, hit right out of the middle of the bat. Much needed boundary for South Africa.
He swept it well. Cullis with the turn, played it square, gave it a real thump.
No, he's going for the big one. I felt sooner or later you have to go after Yuvraj Singh. He's basically a Sunday benefit bowler, benefit matches. You know, he's help yourself basically. If somebody gets after him, he's a little bit round arm, just tosses it up there. He's not what I call has flight. He just sort of tosses it up, and they've allowed him to get through, you know, a few overs.
It's a beautiful shot. Second time from Cullis in successive overs. Once over the top, this one just splitting the gap easily. 100 of the partnership comes up as well. The crowd here realizes that. And I just get the feeling this is going to be Yuvraj's last. He doesn't need to bowl one more than this.
No, he doesn't. Sehwag's bowled 4. This is his 6th, so they've got the 10 overs out of the way. Look at that.
Oh, he's gone. Now then, the fortunes turn full circle for Javagal Srinath. And Jacques Kallis, here's a replay he's never going to see again. Gentle loosener and gone for 49.
Well, there are ways to get out, aren't there? Always. Ways that you can't even dream up. And this is one. This is a slow loosener lollipop that floats right down leg side. Look at it. And he scoops it to mid-wicket. I mean, he could hardly reach it, could he? It was nearly a wide. We won't want to see that again, but India delighted. It doesn't matter how you get them. 196 for 3. Oops, he'll take that. That's one. Lollipop full toss brings up the 200 for 3.
That's a close one. That's got to go. He's out. Looking to hit right across the line. That's the end of Butta Dipana. Srinath picks up another wicket. That surely has got to be one of the easiest LBW decisions.
But I don't think it was that short, actually. The young man played very well, and he's trying to play a few shots. I don't think it was quite as short as he would have liked it or thought it was. And we'll see on the replay, it hits him very low down. He would have probably hit the stumps about halfway up. Pitching way outside, and there you are. It's hit him on the knee roads about halfway up the stumps, and that's as plumb and easy decision as you'll ever get. 203 for 4.
That's up in the air. He's played that well. Plenty of bat on it. The reverse sweep gives Rhodes 4. What's the footwork here? Look how quickly he gets into position.
That is creative cricket at his best. Jonty Rhodes gets into the reverse sweep. No real cushion for the bowler. Over the top. Bhajan Singh, nothing wrong with that delivery. It's pitched on around the leg stump. Great improvisation from Jonty Rhodes. There's nothing a bowler can do about that.
That's good hit. Cut off in the deep. Rhodes restricted to 2.
Great bit of anticipation from SS Das. Ran in quickly, mind as cool as ice, just dug it in. Excellent bit of work from Das. As cool as a cucumber. Have a look at this one. Watched it till the last moment. Just a neat little flick. He saved 2 runs for his side.
There's nothing wrong with that. Feet well inside the rope, both of them. And the ball back in play.
To go. This could be a run out.
Now that's poor cricket. Keeper should have cut that off. Rhodes eventually gets 2. Excellent bowling once again by Harbhajan Singh. He got it right. He knew Rhodes would come down the track. Dropped it in a little shorter.
Invariably, this young wicketkeeper makes his presence felt when he's muffed up things.
Well, I think he has got a long way to go when it comes to keeping the spinners. This is a learning process for him. He's looking for a back foot shot, but he's decided to hammer it down the ground. This time, Agarkar won't cut it. He's just teed off from the batting crease. So Klusener gets the boundary he'll be looking for.
That's a sparkling stroke from Lance Klusener. Hit it on the up, no real turn. The sweet part of the bat, straight as a ramrod over the bowler's head. 4 runs.
He does pack a punch when he hits it. Good thing there, he didn't commit himself. Charging down the track, just hit through the line. Right field has been strengthened. Another man at short fine leg. Sehwag coming over the wicket. And just short of Agarkar. Consecutive boundaries for Klusener. And that'll end the over. 2:46 for 4.
You know, I think there's been a lot of good work here, Sunny, that India under Sourav Ganguly brought this back. At one stage it looked as if South Africa could score well in excess of 300. They brought it back, and I just hope that all that good work doesn't get undone now in these last 18 deliveries.
That's right. I think the spinners brought India back into the game. Harbhajan Singh in particular bowled exceedingly well. The quicker bowlers are coming onto the bat.
It's well bowled by Srinath. Look at Jonty Rhodes. Gosh, he's dangerous. Dangerous running. Rhodes on 29, Klusener 25. These two put on a very swift 50. It's good bowling, isn't it?
Yes, very good bowling. That did give Lance Klusener the room to free his arms. You can see the arms choked over there, cramped over there. So Srinath bowling well. He's got to use the Yorker or the slower delivery rather than bowl at his normal pace, because the batsmen are just going to use their pace and work the ball away.
Jonty Rhodes is going back for the second, and Klusener's not interested this time. 258 for 4. 258 for 4. We're in the 48th over.
Well, he was off. As soon as he hit it, he wanted the second run, but Rutinder Singh Sodhi coming in very quickly from deep square leg, and I think Jonty also realizes that Rutinder Singh Sodhi is a swift mover, gets the ball away quickly. He's got a good arm. Didn't take the risk.
Well, Srinath has got away with it. Jonty Rhodes is 3/4 of the way down the pitch. Look at it. Jaya Gulshan says, hold on, hold on. Anything can happen out here now.
Well, they say that you must keep looking at the ball till it settles in the wicketkeeper's gloves. I don't think the Lance Klusener actually saw that, or even if it did, wasn't very keen to come in for the bye that could have resulted. It's not easy to keep wickets when the ball is bouncing that much.
Well, really is superb bowling by Srinath. Jonty making the point quite demonstratively that he was well in the crease.
This is excellent stuff from Javagal Srinath, bringing all his experience into play here, mixing the delivery, the slow delivery, then the Yorker, bang on target. Absolutely first-class bowling.
That's the ball that he doesn't want to bowl, giving Klusener room, but they'll just take the one. 3 off the over. 48 gone now, 2:59 for. Agarkar to Lance Klusener. Klusener flicks it round the corner. That's Richard, the fielder, and he's done well, done very well indeed. Just a single.
He's done very well. He's on for Harbhajan Singh, but he saved at least 15 to 20 runs with his fielding. Brilliant fielder, Lupin Singh Sodhi. Gives it everything. Ajit Agarkar must now learn from the over that Javagal Srinath bowled a couple of minutes ago. Javagal Srinath, the senior, has shown Ajit Agarkar what length to bowl. And it remains to be seen whether Ajit Agarkar won't get anything from that.
That's right in the slot for Jonty Rhodes, and it's gone all the way. It was nobody hit.
Striking the slot, as you said, Alan, a little wide around the off stump. There it is, freeing his arms, and you can have a fielder anywhere that he could have gone to the boundary. Not a good delivery, Ajit.
.264 for 4. Agarkar again to Rhodes on 34. Big shout from Agarkar. Rhodes even then looking for a run.
Srinath bowled a couple of very good Yorkers. That's what Ajit Agarkar is going to try and do. It struck him on in the just well. I'm not too sure. I think it would have gone down the left side.
Well, that's probably better, a low full toss, than bowling something short or even just short of a length, because it's more difficult to get away. It's only conceded one. It's 265 for 4. Rhodes is on 35, Klusener 27. Sonny, do you feel that India have done a good job here? The fact they got off with an astonishing rate of knots, this South African innings.
Well, they had till about 5 or 6 overs ago. Then they've let it go with wides and a few loose deliveries. I thought at one stage they would be able to restrict South Africa to less than 260.
Good crowd, very good crowd. It's a lovely ground here in East London. Here's Agarkar again. Go off a slightly slow ball, whip round the corner, and it's gone. So Agarkar expensive in the 49th over. South Africa 269 for 4 with 1 over to go. It's the last over of the South African innings, and it'll be bowled by Javagal Srinath. South Africa are 269 for 4. Here is Srinath to Rhodes. Rhodes swings high and handsome, and he's going to get another boundary. So extensive overs towards the end here for India. And Rhodes is making the most of it.
Well, bringing Agarkar on in the final overs was a big mistake. You don't bring a bowler who has in the past proved expensive. He was pretty expensive earlier on as well, so the boundary is coming thick and fast now, and Javagal Srinath also now losing it just a little bit.
Rhodes will look for a second, but there's no real urgency to get down there, not when Klusener's at the other end. Rhodes on to 40. It's 274 for 4. The start of the 40th over South Africa were 204 for 4, so these two along at a rate of knots at almost 7 and over.
That is what India has not been able to do on a consistent basis, in spite of having wickets in hand. They've struggled to get to about 7 or 8 and over in the final 8-10 overs.
Hit with immense power. Agarkar is there, but he can't reach it. Another boundary, Klusener this time.
Well, Javagal Srinath in the previous over bowled 2 very good Yorkers to Lance Klusener right there in the block hole. Now he's trying to bowl him the slower delivery. It's not going to work with Lance Klusener. The Yorker is his best delivery. He's now going to try and whack every single delivery. So what you need now is accuracy rather than subtlety.
Rhodes is coming back. Klusener's gone down to the less dangerous end, and it's 2 more runs. 50 runs have been scored in the last 4.5 overs. That is quite an astonishing rate of knots, and this really, well, it might prove it. Has it knocked the stuffing out of India when they go into bat for the reply?
Well, it does look as if the body language isn't very good at the moment. The Indians looking pretty demoralized, and I think they have themselves to blame, because over here these 2 bowlers should not have been brought on, particularly Agarkar. Agarkar has not much of subtlety. What you need at this particular time is accuracy. Ball pitched fuller up, not short of length. That's what you want to bowl. Bowl it further up so that the batsman cannot really swing his arms. Or he can, if he does, it can go only in one direction, in the V.
The last ball of the South African innings. 12 have already been scored from this over. It's 281 for 4. Rhodes is on 40. He's on strike. Klusener is 38. In comes Srinath. It's well bowled into the pads of Rhodes. So 13 off the over. It's 282 for 4. That's the South African innings after 50 overs.
Yes, indeed. After 50 overs, South Africa finished up with 282 for 4. The backbone provided there by Boeta Dippenaar, who finished up with 81. The bowling by comparison looking fairly ordinary, apart from Harbhajan Singh, really. 39 runs were made off his 10 overs, and Javagal Srinath got 2 wickets there, 55 runs for his 10 overs. So India with it all to do this evening. They need 2
one-day international wickets on South African soil. He needs just 1. Of course, in this series, he took a haul of 5 at the Wanderers, and in doing so, he took his 200th one-day international wicket. What a performer. Great looking stroke from Tendulkar. That's going all the way for 4.
The master in total control. He's got this ability to produce the blinding genius, Sachin Tendulkar. Bowling very quick, charged up Andre Nel, giving it more than 100%.
Oh, it's a bad misfield. Mackay and Tini at mid-off, and now he's going to have to run for it because it's not going to go. Yes, it is. My goodness, just a kiss of the rope, but it's 4.
That's shoddy bit of work from Mackay, and India doesn't even have an outside chance to qualify for the final, simply because they've got a very poor run rate.
There goes Ganguly, steps away and swipes the South African captain into the fence. It's gone all the way for 6.
Into the act, Sourav Ganguly on that occasion, makes room for himself. Out to the middle of the bat, out to the screws, high and handsome, over the top, half a dozen for India. The captain on song. This is what you require, a few hefty blows. The run rate could really come down. That's what you want. Capitalize on the first 15 overs. Great hit.
Well, it's got it through again. Tendulkar has given him a double dose through the covers. And Tendulkar is right on top. 47 for no wicket. Down the pitch again goes Ganguly, and that has gone even further into the seats for the maximum. Well, we thought that Tendulkar couldn't be eclipsed from his end, but here's Ganguly, a second six off the South African captain, and it brings the 50 up. 55 for no wicket.
Forward when he's timing it, so he's not as big a stride, he's not as close to the ball, so he's always taking it a little bit on the up, on the rise, and when he gets it right, it's fantastic. Shot, six. That's six. Don't worry about that. The man out there on the boundary, I told you before, there are some shortish boundaries here, and if you get it anywhere decently in the meat from some of these guys, that carried right over the fence, and the boundary rope is 10 yards in front of the fence.
It's an amazing shot, that, Jeffrey, because if you look at it again on that replay, it isn't the traditional pull shot. There's not a big flourish from outside off. He just picked that ball up.
Timing, Harsha. I keep telling you, he's got the most unbelievable. David Gower had it. David Gower on good days, when I played, was a wonderful timer of the ball, just sweet.
That is his 12th six. I'll get to talk about his bat a little bit as we go along, Jeffrey. That's a much thinner blade than the one he's been using all along. He's dropped a lot in the weight of his bat. And I just wonder if that's helping him play these horizontal shots that he's playing so many of.
Walked away on the onside again, getting into good position. Comes back for the second. 50 for Sourav Ganguly, and once again it's been a superb innings. Inside the first 15 overs, he's already reached a half century.
Very important for India that they started well. These two players, such a good record together. They can't afford to stop at this point. They've got to carry the innings a fair way. 56 balls.
There is that these three players, Ganguly, Dravid and Tendulkar. It's again up in the air, no need to run for it. That's a meaty blow, comfortably over the line. Third six for Sourav Ganguly. Back the fourth.
Unbelievable shot again. Gave himself some room over extra cover. Timing exquisite. Just superb batting, and now the attack is going to switch to around the wicket, which is a good strategy.
Closing up the game a bit. It doesn't mean that the batsmen, every time they come out to bat, will be having their backs to the wall.
At the moment, from a temperament point of view, it's good. He's confident. His action is a lot better. So yes, there's been a big improvement.
He's got him. Loose shot there from Tendulkar. Inside edge onto the stumps. The leg stump goes for a walk. South Africa get the breakthrough they're looking for. India have lost Tendulkar.
Big wicket for South Africa and for Jacques Kallis. They desperately needed a breakthrough at that point. That delivery was probably not quite short enough to pull. Sachin Tendulkar decided to go for it. Perhaps lifted his head a fraction. Inside edge onto leg stump. And that is a major breakthrough, and you can see how pleased Jacques Kallis is.
Tendulkar departs for 37, 101 for one.
South Africa have had some good one-day sides. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is the weakest bowling lineup they've had, because these are very experienced bowlers playing.
OK, well, Shiv Sundar Das has come in to replace Tendulkar at the crease. Some have said that he is a little bit too technically correct.
Well, and there we go, just trying to get back quickly for the two, and Das there, and the wicketkeeper getting the ball, fouls off very quickly. I think this is going to be very close, and bit more serious here, and here we go, and yeah, he's out, and that is not great running. For once we talk about the Indians' poor running, and on this time when they've gone for a two, he just misjudged it and well out of his crease. And this was well taken by Boucher. He's taken it in front of the stumps, gone on with the pace of the ball, and Das out by about 6 inches. Great fielding, great cricket by South Africa. and there we see him about a foot out.
Didn't get much of a chance to see Shiv Sundar Das there after all, did we?
I was a little bit surprised that he actually came in the sense that India got such a great start.
Over 5,000 runs for Dravid in one-day internationals. What one sees with Ganguly is he's playing the cut shot and the pull a lot more fluently. That's good shot. First boundary for Dravid.
Excellent stroke between the bowler and mid-on. Yes, I would agree with that. I think it's been a sensible tactic. He seems to get the bat through a lot quicker now. He's got a lot better bat.
193 against South Africa at the Wanderers. Put on 100 here. Ganguly opens up again and plows it into the boundary boards for 4. It's Ntini who's under the barrage now.
He's in awesome form. He's gone now, and he's gone for a big one. He's out. He didn't clear the ropes. Jacques Kallis runs around the boundary ropes, and the big fish has been caught. This really is the big wicket for the South Africans. Ganguly was in awesome form, looking for his 1800. Perishing. He's still in a dilemma. He's not leaving the crease. We'll soon find out whether he was out or not. We definitely have a definitive picture which will tell us whether Jacques Kallis, well, he's out, no doubt about that whatsoever. It's as clean as a whisker, no problem. And a very, very good catch. It wasn't that easy. He was very, very close to that rope. A little shake of the head by the Indian captain. He's very disappointed at getting out at 85. India 1-5, 1 for 3.
And they'll certainly be there or thereabouts. They need a bit of luck. There's Chiaro there. And that's 4 of them. Boundaries, they certainly do help.
That's a streaky shot from Rahul Dravid. Not what he intended. He wanted to play that square. The ball gets the edge. They've been very predictable. That's where Lance Klusener and Jonty Rhodes really cashed in. Huge appeal. Gone. Umpire Ian Howell decides that was going to hit the middle leg stump. And another Indian batsman is on his way to the pavilion. The Indians back in the doldrums. The youngster perishes on this occasion. Change of pace from Lance Klusener. Neat roll of the wrist. He's found wanting no real footwork. Feet glued to the crease. He's just stranded on the crease, neither forward nor back. That would have really hit middle stump, opened him up like a can of beans. Yuvraj Singh departs for 3. India struggling at 168 for 4.
Spectators have witnessed some really good cricket by both teams. Wide of the crease, slow ball smashed straight to mid-off. Vicky Boye takes the catch. And India are now really struggling.
He's just come in, and he's hit it straight to the fielder. How's that for suicide? Virendra Sehwag perishing. Unjudicious shot from him. He should have taken some time. Full-length delivery, couldn't get the elevation right. An expensive drive on the up, finds the fielder. As safe as a banker. They won't make any mistake, boy. He's delighted.
He always plays it firmly to mid-off, mid-wicket, mid-on. You say it's firm, it's a run-out, it's an easy run-out. Look, see what I mean? He just pushes it firm, and it's a run-out, and all they have to do is drop it down at his feet, and he could have walked to one, not run it.
This is actually very well done by Ajit Agarkar.
Rahul Dravid is going to be run out by the half the length of the pitch, and Ajit Agarkar has very quickly crossed at the last minute to ensure that Rahul Dravid stays in there. The replay will tell you just what happened. Rahul Dravid's played the ball down on the onside. Watch for the non-striker.
See, he hits it firm always. Lovely pick-up, and from then on, it's pick your end, basically. One of them's going to be out. It's so simple. That's unfortunate to run out. That's life, but basically he does play the ball too firm. 200 for 6. No, you got better here in the Miyasha, but Certainly body language just told me I think he nicked it.
Oh dear. More misfielding and a boundary. So this is not a happy over for Jacques Kallis, and Mackay Ntini today has layered his hands with a bit of butter.
Well, as Dravid played that and then goes past Kallis, Kallis does a real loud muttering about him still being there, and then it makes it worse when the fielder misses it.
As the ball passed past the outside edge. You hear some wonderful stories in cricket, don't you? That one took the cake. That. Oh, that's going to be close as well. At the non-striker's end, he did well. No, he didn't.
No, that could be out. When you see it, I think when we get the replay, that could be tight. He sort of got tangled up when he was running, didn't he? He got tangled up with Jacques Kallis. He couldn't sort of run through with his bat. He suddenly had to sort of put it in and step around to the side of Jacques Kallis. So I think it just makes it a bit awkward for him. Let's have a look here. Oh, we'll like to see that again. That looks close. Out.
He's out by a few inches. This one will give you the idea, the pan eye. There it is. It's very interesting to see how composed Pollock is when he throws that one. Waits, is not in a hurry to return the ball. And that is one more run out. Deep Das Gupta is gone, and India are 205 for 7. This is nil. And that'll do. As you like to say so often, Jeffrey, it's not how but how many.
Absolutely. You can't set fielders for those sort of shots. So you need a few nicks, a not slog, and any.
Oh, the last year or so, there's a bit of an edge there. Harbhajan Singh is walking. 100 picks up a wicket. And India are 220 for 8.
Well, that was straightforward. Just quick and straight, a little nibble. He got away with one down pass slip for 4, and that one went straight to the keeper. .220 for 8.
But it doesn't count for too much. Up in strike against Andre Neil with Rahul Dravid. Fast running out of partners, caught straight into Sean Pollock at first slip. Kumble's gone first ball. It's 220 for 9. And to tell you all about that, Ravi Shastri and Navjot Sidhu.
Yes, Harsha, the Indian innings just folding at the moment. Just got the feeling Anil Kumble was looking to back away a bit. In fact, he has. Just given catching practice to Sean Pollock. The aggression of Nell paying off. 2 wickets and 2 balls. It's over. Rhodes has taken the catch. Andre Nell has finished things off for South Africa. This, in the end, is a very convincing win. 283 the target for India. India bowled out for 236. Nell finishing off the Indian innings in style. And Rahul Dravid, in the end, 71 not out. The same old story, frittered away the advantage that Sachin Tendulkar and Sourav Ganguly gave them. This is curtains for India. Srinath going for a wild heave over mid-wicket and find the middle of the bat. Was dismissed. And then another good partnership between Ganguly and Dravid till Ganguly lost his cool, went for the big one against Nicky Boye, holed out in the deep. And after that, well, that scorecard tells you its own story. A regular procession, holed out for 236. South Africa, Andre Nell there, 3 for 45. Little expensive early on, but I was really impressed with the way he came back. Good aggression. That should augur well for the Test series coming up. Jacques Kallis, 1 for 44, got the important wicket of Sachin Tendulkar, and Klusner, as always, mixed it up. 2 for 44 for him.
That's what happened.